Hello, and welcome to Don Hammond's Arlington Weekly News. I'm Daniel Pineda. We have a great program this week. We have our news stories, community bulletin board, and 55 plus news. But first, a social media reminder. You can watch the Arlington Weekly News on our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Arlington Weekly News and the number 1. Also on Facebook and WERA 96.7. FM. And now on to our first news story for this week. As of Friday morning, December 24th, reports show the number of confirmed COVID-19 cases in Arlington increased by 2,212 for the week, up to 23,013. That's a considerable increase from recent weeks. We at Don Hammond's Arlington Weekly News will continue to monitor the situation as the cooler months continue. As for vaccinations, we examined Arlington County's vaccination tracker. According to that site, 187,189 Arlingtonians aged 5 and above have received at least one dose of the COVID vaccine. They show that figure as 83.5% of their estimated eligible population of 224,196 Arlingtonians. However, those figures are only as of December 20th, because the site has announced a pause for the holidays until the next update on January 3rd, 2022. Meanwhile, the COVID virus will not take off for the holidays, so Arlingtonians should remain vigilant. Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine for 5 through 11-year-olds is still available at the following locations: Arlington Mill Community Center, located at 909 South Dinwiddie Street, and Walter Reed Community Center, located at 2909 16th Street South. Walk-ins for 5 through 11-year-olds are available Monday through Friday from 2 p.m. to 6:45 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 4:45 p.m. However, the holidays may affect operations. For more information, consult the Arlington County website. And now on to our next news story for this week. Esta, a family-friendly eatery and hookah lounge that is replacing the troubled Purple Lounge on Columbia Pike, is finally set to open around February 1st, 2022. According to new owner Laith Mansour, the alcohol-free restaurant is intended to highlight Arabic culture. However, its opening has been delayed by months, due in part to permitting issues and Mansour's health. In addition, while the restaurant received a county permit in September, a stop work order was issued a month later because of zoning ordinances and building code violations. The stop work order was related to Mr. Mansour's not knowing that a permit was needed to throw out furniture and other trash left by the previous tenants, he says. A county inspector stated that the stop work order was actually due to work and construction being done without a permit that was potentially impacting the building structure and egress. Mr. Mansour said that isn't exactly what he understood it to be about, but says updated documents, plans, and blueprints are now with the county. He's hoping to continue necessary work in order to open the restaurant within the next 6 weeks. Mansour added that he understands the history of this property and why Arlington is being careful. They told me before I did anything that this place had a lot of issues. The permitting process is just slow because of COVID. Arlington is great and doing everything the right way. I can't blame them. Purple Ethiopian Restaurant and Lounge was the site of a number of incidents, including multiple shootings, fights, narcotics offenses, noise complaints, and destruction of property. The Purple Lounge finally closed, and the former tenants vacated the property a year ago. Mr. Mansour is a former professional basketball player who recently had back surgery, which is part of the reason that ESTA wasn't able to open earlier. We are reminded of the recent replacement of the old Arlington pharmacy on Wilson Boulevard with a new establishment called Clouds Tobacco, which sells, among other things, CBD oils extracted from the cannabis plant. The times are indeed changing. Some recent articles have lauded Amazon and Arlington County's offer of $310 million in loans to a developer to preserve affordable housing at a massive apartment complex near Columbia Pike, aiming to keep more than 1,300 units within reach for middle and low-income residents in the shadow of the tech company's second headquarters. The developer is also allowed to explore building additional units. Amazon plans on filing its new offices with 25,000 employees over the next decade. 3,500 employees have already been hired. If it meets that hiring goal, the company will receive up to $773 million in subsidies from local and state governments. County officials have described the Barcroft site as the largest naturally occurring affordable housing complex in Arlington. Although the property is not part of the county's affordable housing portfolio, Barcroft is still considered affordable for renters making significantly less than the median income in the region. According to the articles, the deal will require the developer J.R. Lynch to keep rents affordable for 99 years for families making 60% of the area's median income, which translates to $54,180 for an individual living alone, or $77,400 for a family of four. Here at Don Hammond's Arlington Weekly News, we feel that some additional translation is called for. First, we have observed that Amazon has been running television ads boasting that their starting pay rate for new employees is $15 per hour, more than double the federal minimum wage. While that is accurate, we also note that an employee working 40 hours per week for a year at $15 per hour will gross $31,200. That is far less than the $54,180 referenced in the deal. Second, we also know that the deal would give the money to J.R. Lynch. It seems to be designed to benefit the business in advance, while individual renters will receive their benefit only incrementally. It appears that Arlington's idea of affordable housing is not affordable to everyone. And now on to our last news story for this week. To finish on a positive note, the recent Turkey Trot produced two Arlingtonians among the top three finishers. The first place finisher was Arlington's Amelia Petty at a pace of 3 minutes and 53 seconds. In second place, Braden Reed, also from Arlington, at a pace of 3 minutes and 55 seconds. Third place went to Lee Palmer of Alexandria at a pace of 4 minutes and 4 seconds. We extend our congratulations to these top three finishers and our thanks to all those who participated. Well, that does it for the news for this week. Now on to our community bulletin board stories.
Hi, and welcome to CBB. Our first CBB event is for very young children, ages 0 to 5. It's called Tiny Treks, Oak Grove Park. It's a chance to join a naturalist and other young families for a story and a short walk meant for the littlest legs. Each month, you can visit a different park and explore what it has to offer. This program will take place outdoors. You only need to register the children, but caretakers must stay with their child during the program. You can meet the naturalist at the 17th Street entrance. For information, call 703-228-3403. That's on Thursday, January 6th, from 10 o'clock to 10:30 a.m. at Oak Grove Park, 4012 17th Street North. Our next event is for the whole family. It's called Animal Ambassador Meet and Greet. It's a chance to meet one of the animal ambassadors that live at Long Branch Nature Center, learn their histories, and how they came to live here with us. You'll find out fun and interesting facts and stories about these amazing animals. Registration is not required. You can call 703-228-6545 for more information. That's on Thursday, January 6th from 6 o'clock to 6:45 p.m. in the Oak Room at Lubber Run Community Center, 300 North Park Drive. Our next event is for teens. Friday Night Sports is back. Or maybe that's Friday Night Sports are back. I'm not sure. Either way, teens can come and enjoy a wide variety of sports activities, including basketball, badminton, dodgeball, volleyball, as well as e-sports. For information, call Charlie Eby at 703-228-7790. That's on Friday, January 7th from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock p.m. at Lubber Run Community Center, 300 North Park Drive. Our next event is called Open Bounce. Arlington's Parks and Recreation staff is inviting children aged 3 to 9 to get their bounce on. The kids can bounce freely indoors with 3 bounce houses at the Lubber Run and Madison community on most Saturdays over the next several weeks. The cost is $3 per child, and adults over the age of 18 must remain on site. You can register online or call 703-228-4747. Here are the dates for January. Saturday, January 8th from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. Saturday, January 22nd from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. and Saturday, January 29th from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. Note that the event will not be held on January 15th. The 2 locations are Lubber Run Community Center at 300 North Park Drive and Madison Community Center at 3829 North Stafford Street. Our next CBB event is for adults. Here's a chance to join in on a hike at Fort C.F. Smith to learn more about evergreens. What makes evergreen trees different from the deciduous trees that fill our forests? Which evergreen trees can be found in our region? How can we begin to identify them? For information, call 703-228-3403. You can register online or call 703-228-4747. That's on Saturday, January 8th from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock p.m. at Fort C.F. Smith Park, 2411 North 24th Street. Are you interested in learning from home instead? You can check out the virtual Evergreen Tree ID event on January 12th. Registration is required. Our final CBB event is for families. It's called Night Sky Campfire. The whole family is invited to join in at the Gulf Branch Nature Center for lots of old-fashioned fun. This engaging program will be filled with entertaining activities which may include stories, special animal guests, games, songs, and of course, s'mores. The marshmallows, chocolate, and graham crackers will be provided, but there's a $5 fee. You'll need to register children and adults because children must be accompanied by a registered adult. For information, call 703-228-6535. You can register online or call 703-228-4747. That's on Saturday, January 8th from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock p.m. at Gulf Branch Nature Center, 3608 Military Road. Now it's time for 55 Plus News.
Howdy, and welcome to 55 Plus News. Our first 55 Plus event is called Healthy Brain and Body. At any age, there are lifestyle habits we can all adopt to help maintain or even potentially improve our brain and overall body health, and possibly delay the onset of cognitive decline. Dan Cronin, Program Manager for the Alzheimer's Association, will share tools to help incorporate recommendations into a plan for healthy aging. You can register online or call 703-228-4747. The activity number is 912-500-08. That's on Thursday, January 6th from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock p.m. at the Langston Center, 2121 North Culpeper Street. You gotta be 55 and up, and 55 plus membership is required. Now, our next event is called Virginia Tall Tales, Fact or Fiction. For centuries, Virginians have told, retold, and embellished wonderful stories of their history. Chuck Mills, the author of Virginia Legends and Lore, will discuss often overlooked stories from pre-colonial times all the way up to modern times, such as the wild Spanish ponies of Chincoteague, General Braddock's lost gold, Annandale's Bunny Man, and more. You can register online or call 703-228-4747. The activity number is 912-400-09. That's on Thursday, January 6th from 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. You gotta be 55 and up. 55 plus membership is required, and this is a virtual event. Now, I always thought the Bunny Man was Hugh Hefner. Anyway, the next event is called Online Travel Tips. Whether you are looking for flights, hotels, or just a local destination, travel enthusiast Shetima Abdul Malik will share his tricks on saving money when you plan your vacation. It's a great way for you to make sure you are getting the best deal for your dollar. You can register online or call 703-228-4747. The activity number is 912-400-19. That's on Friday, January 7th from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. at Arlington Mill, 909 South Dinwiddie Street. You gotta be 55 and up, and 55 plus membership is required. The next event is called Hearing Aids, Beware and Be Wise. It's a chance to join Bonnie O'Leary, Outreach Manager for the Northern Virginia Resource Center for Deaf and Hard of Hearing Persons, in a discussion on hearing loss, hearing evaluation, how to interpret an audiogram, and the different styles and types of hearing aids. You will also get exposure to useful apps for those who wear hearing aids and those who aren't quite ready for the hearing aid adventure yet. Actually, I think going around without a hearing aid can sometimes make for other adventures, but they're usually not the good kind. You can register online or call 703-228-4747. The activity number is 912-500-13. That's on Monday, January 10th from 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. at Lubber Run Community Center, 300 North Park Drive. You gotta be 55 and up, and 55 plus membership is required. Next up, we got something called Dealing with Others' Dementia Changes. You can join the George Washington Institute for Brain Health and Dementia to learn how care partners can develop culturally appropriate tools to respond to changes in their loved ones who have symptoms of dementia. You can register online or call 703-228-4747. The activity number is 912-500-16. That's on Monday, January 10th from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock p.m. at Lubber Run Park, North Columbus and 2nd Street. You gotta be 55 and up, and 55 plus membership is required. Anyway, that's all I got for 55 plus news.
Hi, this is Rich Masabny with the Arlington Weekly News. Sophia Loren of the burlesque, Carmela. You remember that? There was the biggest name as strippers go and belly dancers back then. They had a lot of them back then. Was a beautiful person, very nice person, and she looked like Sophia Loren. Simple as that. In fact, they called her the Sophia Loren of burlesque. She looked like her. She was amazing, and she was also very nice. Now, when I'd go around as a nightclub restaurant guy, either I'd be writing something for the Northern Virginia Sun, and the girls, would be usually sitting in a booth, maybe 3, 4 of them that have performed, done a strip act, did something like that, and I managed to get friendly with them, and I'd be sitting with them. I mean, if you went by the 14th Street there, I'd be sitting in there in a booth with all these half-naked girls. Of course, I was trying to get a story, you understand. You realize that. I mean, but it was nice days, nice days. And now let's go back to the news desk.
And that concludes this week's show. We will be back next week with more news from Arlington. Meanwhile, be careful, be safe, and be well.
Sometimes it's good to rest and hope that things turn out for the best and let the time go by. Sometimes it's good to wait, take the world at a much slower rate to learn the reasons why. But now I've come to know that sometimes it's time to go.